Hello, this is my August 2022 report on the electrical systems at our property in Huntingdonshire in England. This diagram shows the major components which make up the system at the moment. More details can be found in the description below the video. The first graph shows the electrical energy coming in each day from our two solar arrays and from the grid. These figures come from reading the electricity meters and the two solar generation meters. The total solar production this month was 859 units, a daily average of 27.7 units. There were 2 days of thick cloud, heavy rain and very low solar production, but we'll see later how this August compared to previous years. 12 grid units were imported in total, 1 at normal rate and 11 at our Economy 7 low rate, which is a new low record again. According to the Tesla app, 221.8 units were exported to the grid, which was 25.5% of the total electrical energy coming in and 25.8% of the solar energy produced. Regular viewers will know that such figures are way higher than usual. There was a period of high export from the 9th to the 19th when we were away. The car was parked at Birmingham Airport and the sun continued to shine. We don't usually go away in August, but this was a special return to a city that my wife last visited 50 years ago for an even bigger event. The location will be shown in the outro video. The solar contribution to the month's electricity input was 98.6%, a good end to a good solar summer. This second graph shows the origin of the electrical energy consumed by the property and the car. The figures behind this graph are mostly supplied by the Tesla app, with the car's home charging figures coming from the My Energy app. 60.1% of the energy came directly from solar, and a further 37.2% was solar coming to the property via the Powerwall, giving a total solar contribution to the energy used of 97.3%. The Tesla app reported a grid total of 16.1 units, which is the third more than the 12 recorded by the electricity meters, and as was shown in the first graph. The grid energy, shown as coming via the Powerwall, went into the battery some time ago. As I have previously explained, my model puts grid energy at the bottom of the battery, so it only comes out when all of the stored solar has been extracted, as it was on this particular gloomy day. About 146 of the solar units went into the car via the zappi charger in a month when the 172.8 miles driven were all powered by solar. The car's battery started the month nearly empty and finished almost full. This graph shows the energy going into and coming out of the Powerwall each day, as reported by the Tesla app. 89.1% of the energy that went in during the month came back out, much the same as usual. This is the self-power graph, based on figures from the Tesla app, which reported that the proportion of self-power was 98.7%. And this next graph shows the solar southwest production over the years since 2012. This was the best August out of the 11 years, with 470 units being produced by the array. August's arithmetic mean is now 413 units and the median is 414. The cumulative year-to-date graph shows that 2022 has jumped from third to first position out of the 11 years, with a total so far of 2,948 units, which is 32 ahead of 2020 at this moment. This graph shows the daily output of the two solar arrays for the past 365 days. The 28-day moving average lines for both arrays remain well above where they were a year ago. Here is the distribution of the energy input for the past 365 days. And this graph shows the daily solar production for that same period. As usual, the final graph is the summary of our grid electricity usage since we moved here in the summer of 2011. The grey and red lines show the number of normal rate and low rate grid units used each month as measured on the left-hand scale. The monthly electricity bill is shown by the yellow line on the right-hand scale, and the green line shows the monthly contribution to the feed-in tariff payments which we get for the old South West Array's production. £8.94 is another record low monthly bill we've ever had at this property, with £7.62 of that being payment of the daily standing charge. That probably tells you that we are fortunate to be on a fixed tariff which will take us through to March next year, when I expect grid costs to more than triple. That's all for this month. I'll leave you with the Tesla app's energy graphs for each day of August, and I hope to see you again in a month's time when, unless it is a very unusual September, grid energy will feature more prominently in the figures.